You see, the universe works in very mysterious ways to those who do not understand the actual natural laws of the universe. And again, this is not woo woo. I don't do that, right? We talk about real stuff here. And the one thing that I want to start talking about, because this will actually change the course of your life, this will change the results of what you have going on in your life. And this is the law of assumption. The law of assumption. I want you to understand that the law of assumption will allow for many things to happen for you depending on if you can apply it directly to those situations. So I'm sure if you're in entrepreneurship, if you're in sales, if you're in something that is driving revenue, a high leverage position, you have been in a position where you're trying to sell to somebody and you already assume that they're not going to buy. You already have doubt that they're not going to buy. See, this is the law of assumption. The law of assumption works in both ways because you have to understand the universe, people say, oh, the universe is working for you. The universe is not working for you or against you. It is just working with what it knows based on the natural laws that exist for it. So the natural law of assumption states that if you assume something, then it will happen. It has a greater chance of happening when you assume it because the energy of assumption is real. See, the universe works on energy. Energy, 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 right? Your emotions, energy, the feeling, energy, emotions, energy in motion, right? Everything is a feeling, a feeling of assumption. Like you feel that they're going to buy it, so you're assuming. You have to really grasp this. I'm telling you, this will change your life. I promise you. I started doing this maybe a few months ago, and I saw massive changes in my sales calls for my actual businesses, right? I saw a change in just my interactions with people, getting what I want. All of this stuff came from the law of assumption. That's why I want to tell you this today. I will never tell you something that I do not practice. It doesn't make sense for me. Everything that I tell you, I've practiced, and it's either worked for me or I will tell you that it does not work because I've tried it based on me, right? But understand that the energy that you generate from this assumptive capability will allow for everything to work in your favor. So again, going back to the sales example, you've had somebody who genuinely like reached out to you, or maybe you reached out to them, right? You're on a call with them, you have a product or you have a service you're trying to sell to them. And you already in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I don't think they're gonna buy it, right? You don't think they're gonna buy it. So what happens? They feel that energy from you. Because whether you're on Zoom, whether you're in person, people can feel your energy based on your tone, with your words, based on how your body reacts, because your body will react based on your energy, whether you like it or not. It's hard to fake that for an hour straight or 30 minutes. And you will literally sabotage the sale. They will not even feel the energy of assumption and they'll literally leave. They won't buy from you, even if they wanted that in the first place, because you assume they'll give you an excuse. They'll give you an objection that you literally can't handle. Or they'll give you an objection and maybe you can handle it, but at the time you just forgot because you self-sabotage yourself by not applying the law of assumption. See, even in sales, there's something called the assumptive sale, which means you must always assume that the person is going to buy from you. It gives out an energy that is attractive to the other person, which is confidence. Confidence is an energy. It's the same with women. If you go speak to women and you don't assume that the woman likes you, that you don't assume that you can get the woman, you will not get the woman. And if you do, you will fumble that bag fast because of the energy of assumption, the emotions behind assumption, the confidence that comes out of being assumptive, right? Like you already know, you're very confident that that thing will happen. And it is a genuine feeling. It's not something you can fake. You have to genuinely brainwash yourself to feel that that's going to already happen. It's the same with money. You do not make money, you do not have money because you've already assumed that you cannot make money. It's already in your subconscious programming. See, a lot of what happens in our life, a lot of our reality comes from subconscious programming. So by assuming negativity, you bring more negativity, you attract more negativity into your life. By assuming positivity, you attract more positivity. Right? So you have to understand the law of assumption and you have to genuinely believe this and feel this because The universe only works with feelings. They only work with how you genuinely feel. That's how you can get a lot of these deeper things, not just materialistic things, but deeper things. So you have to be able to assume everything is going to work in your favor. You have to be able to assume that you'll make $1 million in a year or 2 years. See, the reason why it doesn't work for you and the reason why it hasn't worked for me before is because I didn't actually believe, I didn't actually have the feeling, the raw feeling that, oh, I'm going to make $1 million. I didn't have that feeling, that like I know feeling. And you know the I know feeling. You know when you have certainty on something and you already know, you will always get that thing. If I told you for certain and you saw it in my hands $100,000 and I said, you will have $100,000 at the end of the year and you have to do this, and that, you already assume that you're going to get the $100,000 based on all the things that you do. You understand how the law of assumption works now, right? So it doesn't make sense to be either assuming negative or ignoring a law like this when it can literally change the course of your life, when it can literally get you everything that you want. And even deeper with the law of assumption, you can assume that things didn't work out because they were not meant for you. A positive twist to negativity. That's the craziest part about these laws. You can get really deep with these laws when you really study them. But the law of assumption has been one of the greatest laws I've ever learned about the universe because it genuinely works. The energy that it carries is amazing. And you literally get everything that you want. The confidence radiates. You cannot lose because you assume that you won't lose. You know that. You know. When you know something deeply, you know. See, I assume God exists. I know. I don't assume otherwise, I just assume. It's one of the best mental models. It's one of the best universal laws you can ever actually adapt for yourself. You will see so many changes in your life. You will see changes with how people speak with you. You know, assuming that this person likes you, assuming you will just change. You'll start to talk to people different. You won't be nervous talking to a woman. You won't be you won't fear a sales call. You will assume the close, assumptive closing. Literally, it's a real thing. You'll assume that you're going to get that promotion when you have that conversation with your boss. Assumption, the law of assumption. Learn this law. It is a spiritual law of the universe that genuinely works. So I hope this was helpful for you. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend who doubts a lot of things, who has a lot of doubt, who doesn't really believe in themselves. Law of assumption will change their lives. Law of assumption will change your life, and it's changed my life. Also, click the link in the description if you're interested in building your personal brand, especially on YouTube. I've grown tremendously here on YouTube, and I want to be able to show other people how I did it because I've reverse engineered what actually worked for me and what other people can do to replicate that level of success and build businesses on top of their brand and get new opportunities and be a sovereign individual in a world where everybody is basically the same. So my camera had died, but love y'all. Have a good rest of your day. I had to say this at the very end. Can't miss this. Appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next video.